Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Crashy, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about items and just some of the things that I'm starting to find out about items. Now, one thing that I've had on my mind was the fact that I don't have all the items. I can't really test things. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna pay for all the items. I've kind of paid for two. I've paid for 2 items, and they've been the best money I've spent on the game thus far. And we're gonna talk about that. But I want to talk a little bit about the stat values on the items and the effect values on the items, and kind of catch you guys up on to what seems to be the better items to take. So, first and foremost, let's go ahead and jump over. I'm on UnitedDB. I want to talk about some of the items and what they provide, and then we're going to look at something else that's really, really important, and we're going to make a comparison. So let's look at some of the main items. I say main items because these are really, really universal, really good items. So Wise Glasses, well, not universal, but they're really good. Wise Glasses, one of the better items for any SP attacker. Muscle Band, one of the best items for any attack damage or normal damage attacker, for example. And then Buddy Barrier, one of the best durability or tank items. It's just a sustainability, a sustain item, something that's defensive in nature. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. So this is at 30, it's going to be 600 HP. At 20, it'll be 200 HP, and then at 20, you will get that 40% of HP shield for you and an ally. Muscle Band, at 30 again, those stats are a little bit higher, but at 20 you get 3% of the HP remaining damage on your basic attacks, so you have 3% HP shred on your damage attacks. And then Wise Glasses, again, at 30, that's the stat value, but at 20 you're going to get a 7% SP attack increase, so 7%. Now, one thing that I want you to take note on all of these 3 items, and again, these are truly some of the best items in the game, is that these effects are percentage based. This is very, very important. Now, one thing that I was personally waiting on, and it seems like this information is finally starting to get out there, are the baseline stats of the Pokemon. So we're going to jump over to this other website that I was lucky to run into called Ranked Boost, and Ranked Boost has all of the Pokemon listed. You can go to the main website, so rankboost.com, you can go to Pokemon Unite, and you can see all their Pokemon. I'm not looking at their item builds, but what was I just on? We're going to click on Lucario, and it tells you their level, HP attack, defense, SP attack, SP defense, and speed for every level that they have. And so now finally, we have a kind of a baseline thing to look at where we can compare in-game stats with no items versus the stats that you get on character. So let's say level 10 Lucario. Let's look at level 10 Lucario right here. He's got 5184 HP, 298 attack, 229 defense, 65 to 66 SP attack, and 176 defense. So we know about Lucario being a more attack scaling character. So 298 attack. Well, how much does the Floatstone give? At 30, maxed out at 30, it gives 24 attack. 24 maxed out at 30. Well, that's not really a ton, right? Yeah, it's got damage on there. Muscle Band at 30 gives 15. That's not really a ton. And even attack weight, when you score it up, I really don't remember what the total is. I don't know if you can get the 12 attacks 6 different times. I don't know, but even then, it's the number is just not that high. It's really not that high. But what you can notice is that percentage based effects scale off the total number. So if you're taking a 3% health shred on Muscle Band, well, that becomes 3% of whatever the enemy target's health is. So if you have a Snorlax and you're hitting him effectively for 3% of his stats. It's 3% of these big numbers here. This is big damage. That's a lot of damage. When you have a Snorlax that has 6500 HP and you give a 40% shield to yourself and your allies on Buddy Barrier, that's a big number, especially when you're increasing that number by 400 or 600 depending on where you have the item. Let's look at Focus Band. SP defense plus 30, defense plus 30, whatever. When dropping to low HP, recover HP lost each second for 3 seconds on a 90-second cooldown. 14% of HP loss. Again, percentage-based effects are the items that are very, very strong. And I think that that's really, really important. So gain a shield against SP attack damage while out of combat, 8 seconds after leaving combat, 15% of HP. These SP, like these flat stat values, are just not really that good. And you know, percentage move speed, that's cool, but it's not really as impactful as having like a massive shield, or you know, this HP regen, this damage shred, this increased SP attack, 7% of SP attack on, let's say, where's Cramorant or somebody? Cramorant, 7% of SP at like level 10. You know, it's where's his SP attack? That's a pretty substantial number. I mean, if it was 10%, it'd be like 37, you know? So it's like an item that is going to give you damage and almost like another item. It's like 2 items essentially. And this is just a scaling item that has like a condition to it. You know, these flat numbers essentially are just not that great. These flat scaling type of items. So what I'm trying to say here, to be a little bit more conclusive, is that the items that seem to be better are the items that are percentage based in nature. So the build that I've been starting to run more, and I've talked about this in past videos just to clarify, is Focus Band, Muscle Band, and Buddy Barrier. Focus Band and Buddy Barrier are massive percentages, 40% of HP. This item, you can literally put it on anybody in the game. You probably should put it on anybody in the game. Focus Band, same thing. This helps you early game in lane when you're poking at people trying to fight for camps. This helps you later in the game as your health scales up. You're gonna have more durability in that fight, especially when you get low. I mean, this is an insane amount of healing, defense that it gives you on top of it. And then having like an item like Wise Glasses to raise your SP attack and give you SP, Muscle Band to raise your attack speed and give you that percentage HP shred, very, very strong. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with items right now. I've swapped a lot of my pages more towards stacking Focus Band and Buddy Berry together with like a main item like Wise Glasses or Muscle Band, something like that. I am still a little interested in things like Assault Vest and Rocky Helmet. These numbers are like a little bit lower, so I think that since they're, you know, they have more HP on them and stuff, so I guess if you wanted to go full tank, potentially you could go like Focus Band, Rocky Helm, and Assault Vest if you didn't feel like Buddy Barrier was worth it. The thing is Buddy Barrier is just so huge, so I don't know, and Focus Band is really, really nice, so I don't know, you could go Assault Vest, Rocky Helm, and Buddy Barrier, and then you're raising your HP by an additional like almost 250 or over 250. This is a little bit higher because it's level 30 stats, but like almost 250, and then you're getting 40% more, or you're getting more on that 40% because you've raised your health more. So, and I said 250, I meant like 500. You're almost raising your HP by 500, and then you're getting additional percentage out of that. So really, really interesting stuff here. You know, even stuff like items like leftovers, like it's a much smaller percentage, but still, you know, percentage based. And Energy Amplifier, this item so far, I'm not sure who I wanted to use this on. I've used it on a couple people. I've tried it on Gengar, I've tried it on Gardevoir, and I've tried it on Cinderace. It actually feels pretty good on all of them. I don't think it's great enough or like good enough for Cinderace. I'm not sure if I think it's good enough on anybody except for maybe Gardevoir, and the reason being is her ultimate is set up for damage. Her ultimate isn't like a damaging move per se. It's like it's meant to be set up for damage, so if you like drop her ultimate and then throw abilities on top of it, she's gonna do nuts damage. So something on Gardevoir, I'd probably would run Energy Amplifier, Wise Glasses, and say like Buddy Barrier or Focus Band if you wanted that like early game presence, or if you wanted that like HP shield, which again, Buddy Barrier is not bad on anybody. So that's kind of where I'm at with items. I wanted to kind of bring some more of this information to you guys because I think that like now that we've got this piece of information here where you can see like a much more clear picture of the actual statistics that the baseline characters have, and I didn't personally go after and try to lab it up and find that out myself, you can kind of see where the items are falling in terms of their strength. So thank you guys so much for checking out the video. I hope that this was informative. You know, I didn't mean to take as long as I did on it, but I think that we're starting to see the item meta develop, which you know, we only have so many item enhancers, but we're going to be getting more in the future, so start putting your items or your enhancers in the right position. Like I said, right now, to me, some of the best items: Buddy Barrier, Focus Band, Muscle Band, Wise Glasses, Energy Amplifier. I've got my eyes on Assault Vest and Rocky Helm a little bit. I don't really know if EXP share is worth it. I haven't done any thinking about this at all, really. I mean, even something like Score Shield might be pretty good. I haven't really messed around with that too much either, but that's where I'm at. So thank you guys so much for checking out the video and spending your time here with me on the channel. Drop me a comment down below. What are you thinking? What, you know, do you kind of see what I'm seeing? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have a little bit of a dialogue about it. And as always, be sure to be kind to one another. Tell someone that you love them, and I'll see you on the next video.